This is Linux, make the switch.
Episode number 9, LAMP, Part 1, Apache.
Hosted by Travis.
And Brandon. You can email us at
linuxmaketheswitch@gmail.com.
Also check out our forums, linuxmaketheswitch.com/forum. Hello everybody, Travis is not going to be here again for this episode. Next week he'll be here. He's going off to college, he's leaving tomorrow, and he's not able to come over today so we can tape this episode. But we're going to try and get, a weekly, have one released, every week. We're going to try and do that now. Well, this episode we're going to install Apache, LAMP, Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. Today we're going to do the Apache part of it. So here we go. Alright, there's a couple different ways to install it. We're at Apache's website right now, apache.org. We're going to go to HTTP server. And we can go ahead and we can download Apache. Let's go to download. It has, you can either build it from source, and the Apache also runs on Windows too. Another way to install it is if you want to use an RPM, go to rpmfind.net and type in for the search Apache. And here is all of the Apache RPMs for different Linux distros. We're not going to install it from source, that's going to take a while. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up Yast, and in Ubuntu we would open up the apt-get installer and install Apache that way. Let's type in our password here. Software management. Next week we'll have MySQL and PHP all in one episode, because those are not going to take as long as Apache will, and those are really simple. Just gotta wait for this to load up here. Okay, you could either do a search for Apache or go to selections and simple web server with Apache, and we don't want to install MySQL just yet. We're gonna save that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to do Apache 2, Apache 2 doc, Apache 2 example packages, and we don't want the PHP one just yet. We're going to want this one, and that's about it. We're going to, like I said, we're going to do the PHP and the MySQL one later. We're just going to go ahead and install those anyways, and then a couple other things I'd have to show you with that, but we got to make this episode a little bit quick today. Not as quick as last week's episode though. That was a little bit too quick. Okay, we're going to hit accept. Oh, gotta put the DVD in. Can't forget that. Okay. Now it's going to go ahead and install Apache for us. Then we're going to show you how to start Apache, stop it, how to set up a simple web page. Not going to go into too much detail with HTML because this is about Linux, not about programming languages. And if you're looking for a good website for you know, HTML, PHP, ASP, JavaScript, all those things, head over to w3schools.com. It is a very, very good site. Let's load it up right now. w3schools.com. And that's where I learned how to do most of the HTML stuff that I know. HTML, XHTML, CSS, XML, RSS, RDF, JavaScript, DOM, VBScript, AJAX, SQL, ASP, PHP, some of the Microsoft stuff, Flash even. It's a really good website for learning how to do simple web stuff. Okay, that installed pretty quick. If you're going to install from source, it would take a little bit longer because you need to compile it and do all that stuff. And like I said, you can also run Apache on Windows. When I do use Windows, I have Apache set up on there, so for the site, so I can do some testing if I don't have a Linux box ready. I can do the testing on Windows as well to make sure it's Windows compatible, because most of the people who would be viewing the website in the very beginning would be using Windows. So we do have to make sure it works with IE and all that other, all the other Windows stuff. And it works just as good on Windows as it does on Linux. Nope, we don't want to install any more packages. We have Apache installed. Now, what are we going to do? Well, first off, let's go back to this. Let's type in 127.27.0.0.1. Okay, so Apache is not started. What we typed in is our loopback IP, which is 127.0.0.1. And as you can tell, it's unable to connect because we haven't started the Apache service yet. And to start the Apache service, first off we need to open up our console, log in as root, which is what we use the su command for. Type in our root password. Now we're going to type this command in. And it's going to start the Apache service for us. Okay, started it. And if you want to stop it, the same command, but stop. It's pretty simple. Okay, let's do try again. And it works. And we installed Apache, and we got it working. And I believe what we can do next, so we're going to load up our home folder and go to public HTML, and we're going to create a new HTML file, name it index.html, and we're going to go to our home directory. And see, it's you gotta do your local loopback 127.0.0.1 /, then your username. We can close out of this. Let's open this back up and let's create a simple, says like hello or something. Let's open it kwrite, type on another text editor, doesn't matter. And we'll just type in something really easy. Close out of that. hello world. We have our own Apache Web Server set up, and now you can host your own website. And that would be it for Linux Make the Switch. Apache, part 1 of the LAMP series, Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. Well, until next time, yeah.